Hey there guys, Spazzy Dragon here, aka Syndromes. Welcome back to our Let's Play. So, as usual, first things first. I'm very sorry that I didn't get a video out earlier today, but as I already said, I did not get a chance to actually record in the previous day, and so I promised you guys a double episode. Now, for those of you who are currently looking at the length of this video, don't worry, I will try to do my best and provide a summary at the end of the video, so if you don't want to watch it, just, skip through it over to there. Because today's episode is going to be us grinding up enough money for the next episode. I'm also going to be talking about a couple of things, considering, where I'm going to go in a moment. And this idea in general is, once again, courtesy of Hellstrike, who said, and I quote, Tau 37 would also be a good challenge, but that would be a suicide in a Crusader. But we're not here to have fun. We're here to suffer. And so today, after work, I'm going to be recording 2 episodes worth of stuff, and we are going to start off this episode by me asking what the hell is this tuna can doing here, and why is it so large? Secondly, we are going to take a look at some of these rumors.
Hello.
I hear that Rhineland has managed to spread its forces to the borders of every major house. The military buildup is accelerated, but we don't know how. They must have converted all of their mining facilities to strip Rhineland of all of its resources. Even if they win, they lose, which is perfectly adequate. So, as I already said before, I'm actually going to quickly take a look at some of Trent's entries. And let's see. There we go. I think this was the last one that we took a look at. Great, just great. Junie got me on this wild goose chase for some guy named Dexter Hovis out in the middle of the Dublin system. I bet he's out on that abandoned battleship. Nothing but scum and gamblers there. I think they were building some kind of racetrack there out too. Maybe I'll place a few down, seeing as that I haven't been paid yet. I hope all this gets us closer to finding out what that artifact is after... Oh, okay. I probably already read that. Well... I was right about the track, and I was right about the gambling. The only thing I didn't see coming was that I'd be the main attraction. Wonderful. At least this will be easier than being shot at by Rhinelanders constantly. Apparently you can't place bets on yourself. Damn it, I'll never get paid. Those bastards. They were right on my front door this time. I'm getting tired of this cat and mouse game. Why does everyone want this stupid rock so hard? And how did they get the deep in Bretonia? No matter where I go, there they are. It's funny. I've always thought all of that Tobias boasting about his days in the Royal Space Force was just that boasting, but I'm sure glad he showed up. I owe him a lot, actually. One of these days, I'm coming back here and repaying him for everything he has done for me. So let's see what else. Damn Rhinelanders are persistent. How are they blocking us at every direction? In any case, we managed to get out of this mess, and we're one step closer to where are we going anyways? Shinkaku. That's it. We're supposed to meet some guy Cress. I hope whoever it is, he can get Quintain and Sinclair out of my hair. Dealing with Junie is about all I can take as it is. Oof. I was hoping Cress was there to take this old fart away. Oh well, it's not too far from here. Small price to pay to keep him from embedding my foot in his head. Tobias is going back home. I wish he doesn't do some damn fool thing like re-enlist. Well, at least I won't have too much trouble to worry about. He'll probably do something like hit on a higher ranked female officer. I get the impression there weren't any female pilots in his days. Tobias, though, I hope he's going to be alright. Off to Crest Base. And let's go. First, we have to go through this giant methane field into a giant open area of space. Surprise, surprise, a Rhineland fleet is awaiting us. That is not what I signed up for. Protecting the old windbag is hard enough. Having to take an entire fleet is not my DNA of fun. It's more like suicide. Crestmen showed up, but they didn't really help much. What good are scrubbed fighters against capital ships? See, here's the thing. I keep seeing capital ships. And I've always said it as capital, so... Well, at least we got out of there alive. Maybe now I can finally dump this guy. Methane? Who pronounces it like that? It's methane! If this is the best scientific mind in the universe has to offer, we're all in a lot of trouble. And let's go. If anyone gets to shoot Quintain, it's gonna be me, not some damned lackey. I've already been shot at, electrocuted, and nearby bombed to death. A good old standoff isn't going to shake me. Well, at least Quintain is out of my hair. At least Sinclair was easy on the eyes. Well, on to Kyushu to meet up with Lord Hakura. I've actually never been to Kesari before. I'm very curious to see what it's like. So that was Lord Hakura. There's an air about that man. I don't know. He's very commanding. Anyways, Junie seems to know him, and not that that saved us in the past. What do you mean? Walker saved you? Hopefully her home system will provide better protection than Bretonnia. I guess I'll do some sightseeing and take a few jobs while I'm here. It's not often I get to be a tourist. Yes, but Trent, my boy, 6 minutes into this video, and we are actually going to be more than just tourists. We actually need some monies because I think what we're going to do is I'm going to grab... see? That's me doing the thing again. I want to grab a few missions. Actually, no, I want to grab N mission. I want to grab N mission just so I can have a little bit more money in the bank before I'm going to go and head off to Tau 37. So, my question is, was the Barracuda the only heavy fighter here? Yes, it was. Okay, I might consider upgrading to that. So, what do we have here? Apprehending a criminal. That'll be nice. And the funny thing is, this is against Kesari ships. So, it is actually going to be much easier.
You'll find our uploaded data in your nav map. Look there for waypoint information and further instructions.
I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to Kesari, I really haven't had that much experience with this house during my time in Disco. I think that Kesari, in general, is the least played house that I have on my characters. I used to have a Hagosha character, but that was before the changes to the Hagosha ID, where I already mentioned that they, for some reason, decided to start copying the ID to be very similar to Junkers, simply because they're apparently their enemies, but you can't really base a whole faction like this just as an opposition to the Junkers. That's not how it should work. Anyway, the Hagosha in specific were very interesting in the sense that they had very friendly ties to all of the house lawfuls, and their operations in general were kept as a kind of known thing.
We read you entering range of your target. We're pinning the ship so he'll be easy to home in on.
You're no match for me.
Oh. Well, I guess I don't even have to use my...
I have one in my sights. Taking a shot.
What a waste.
All systems have failed. Losing power.
There we go. Come on, do it. There we go.
I've got a visual on hostile target.
What, really? You don't have any cruiser disruptors?
I show all clear, no more hostiles.
There's my fat mouth. And there we go.
Clear, no bandits in sight.
Easy money. So yeah, and I remember my best interactions were actually with the traders, because with a ID like that, where you can just move around and not get shot by all the surroundings, your demands are kind of more interesting. So, for example, I would stop a trader from Liberty, right? And I would say that, well, you know, it would be a very shame that your presence here taxes... Like, for example, there used to be a route that goes through Kesari Like, there's no stops in Kesari, so it was basically transit. And you could basically go like, well, you're not really helping our economy by just using our trade lane, so how about a small tariff, you know? like a transit fee. And people were much more inclined to actually do those. And the funny thing is, I think that it could have been salvaged, like the ID could have been salvaged if it simply said that you couldn't attack the trader if they declined your demand. But the funny thing is that you could still, you know, find someone else to punish him for not doing what he, you know, what you asked him from. So what is this? As farming technology has improved, the added efficiency have left many of the Kyushu youth with little or nothing in the way of jobs. We lose many of them to jobs in New Tokyo or Shikoku. Oftentimes, these youngsters will never return. What a shame. So, let's see. This is an assassination mission. This should be easy. I just want to grab a couple of more missions.
This is Kesari Police, Suzuki 2 to Freelancer, Alpha 1-1. I'm scanning your cargo for contraband.
Your target can be found at the mission waypoint. Refer to the nav map for specific instructions.
I think that after this mission, we are not going to return. Instead, we're going to go back to Tau 23. We're going to visit Java. And after that, we're going to visit the Freeport 10 in Tau 37. I think that is going to be a good idea. So, yeah, I think it could have been done easier by simply removing the... and can engage them if they refuse the demand, because it would still allow you to roleplay the ID properly without causing issues. And as already said, there's plenty of ways you can punish the trader when they refuse. For example, you can just start shooting out every single trade lane. At least that's what we did. So, yeah, but the funny thing is, Kesari is such an unpopular house in Discovery that the only people who do play them actually provide a very high level of writing when it comes to roleplay, so that was always an interesting thing. Especially if you are moving through it. And the thing is, for most smugglers...
We read that your primary target's not there. Keep fighting until we can pick it up again.
You can forget taking out our leader. I've got a bandit in my
And for most smuggling operations, the idea was that you could usually get out of any situation by simply saying, well, your house has nothing to do with this, like, we're not bringing these goods to your house, we're just passing through, because, hey, space. You should be upset at Jera for, like, making the route like that. Where are you? Come on. Become no. Screw it.
I could grind you up without
Oh, level 10.
a sweat.
So... wait. No. I won't be able to take any missions from 37 simply because zoners don't have any missions.
Objective eliminated. Mission commission out.
So... But, Java sure as hell does. Oh wow, that is a long trek back. I think we actually are going to use the trade lane. Let's just... There we go. Oh, yeah. But as for Omicrons in general, though, Omicrons, not gonna lie, every single thing that I remember of those days was about me and the Omicrons, and I'm going to tell you that story once we get to the, you know, Tau systems, because it will actually require me to kind of go in depth about it. So let's talk a little bit more about Kesari. My memories of Kesari are mostly from my times in the Liberty Rogues, and it's simply because, for some reason, we never really got too well along with the... Okay, first of all, I'm actually going to dock here just for the sake of saving the game. Oh, Okay, so yeah, for some reason we never got too well on with the unlawful elements of Kesari, mainly because, unlike other houses, I think, if I'm not mistaken, every single unlawful faction is more... what's the word? It's centered more about politics rather than actual criminality, which is unique as hell. Like, I really like that, but they don't make for an interesting roleplay partner for a, you know, for the rogues. Because, like, what can we do? Like, what can we offer them as allies? Cardamine for GC. Okay, fair enough, but at some point in the past, GC decided that, oh, Cardamine is below them. Okay, which really struck me as strange. Hagosha, sorry, not Hagosha. I kept saying Hagosha in the previous episode. It wasn't the Hagosha that gave up their ties to the Outcast, it was the Blood Dragons. And Blood Dragons did it... I guess it made sense because of the whole... You know, why they exist. Why would they support the Outcasts? It never really made any sense. So, okay, fair enough, that is understandable, and probably the only reason why I remember that in such a poor way, or rather in such a negative way, is simply because we lost our access to the Dragonfly missile turrets when the, you know, the automatic... Yeah, when the automatic reputation / power plant changes came in. So that was kind of sad. But apart from that, there were some very interesting moments in Kesari in the sense of how people would constantly keep bitching about the Liberty Rogues pirating in Shikoku, for example. Although we had Zone of Influence there. When it was added, people was like, "Wow, why do they get them?" It was like, ah. And I was actually really hoping that, like, something would happen to that. Oh, we are actually neutral to the Outcast now. But that means we're not neutral to the IMG, maybe? Okay, wait, stop. Cali base. Ships for sale, none. Okay, I don't care then. I want to see if any of these bases sell a ship. And yes, I know I could simply look at the Wikipedia article, but I don't want to kind of spoil it for myself. So instead I'm just going to follow this path. First of all, I'm going to go to the MG base, and after that I'm going to check out the 37 hull. Cannot seem to select it. Come on. Hello? Game? Game? IMG are neutral. Oh, there we go. Took you long enough.
Pilots, no more bandits. Roger that. Your request to dock is granted. Please proceed to dock 2.
Let's see. So, first things first. There are no ships here, which is a shame. And the guns that we seem to have here are kind of bad. We do seem to have missions here, which are a difficulty of 17.
Freelancer
I'm gonna refresh the mission.
1, this is Java. You are cleared for launch. Good luck out there.
No, actually,
Taking the shot.
first of all... See, I'm hesitant to take it from the Outcast, from the IMG against the Outcasts. I think that this might be a bad choice for me right now.
This is IMG Silver 16.
So what I actually want to do is fly over there and take a look at what can we get from Tau 37. I want to explore just a little bit. Now that we have some countermeasure droppers, countermeasure flares, random NPC seeding me is not going to be that big of an issue anymore. And I would rather enjoy my neutrality a little bit and visit Freeport 10. The problem is I don't remember Freeport 10 selling anything in Disco, so I don't exactly know what I'm expecting. But what about Falkland? Did Falkland sell any ships? Probably not.
One's trying to get me.
Scanner shows no more enemy targets.
This is Falkland to heavy fighter patrol. Transmit your ID.
Yeah, this does not look like a base that sells a ship.
Dock is granted. Please proceed to dock 2.
I have some very good memories of the IMG in general, both when I was fighting against them on my Outcast and when I was actually a part of the IMG faction.
Outcast Silver.
I think that Henderson is always going to be one of those people who embody the faction. Like, if someone says IMG, I will always think Jack Henderson. Come back when you're a more advanced pilot. Okay, I see.
Freelancer Alpha 1-1. This is Falkland. You are cleared for launch. Good luck out there.
So, I realize this might be just a waste of time, but I wonder if the wreck... Okay, can I just load game? Are you still in Falkland? Yes. Because this is easier than docking, right? Ooh, consumer goods. They sell for pretty well.
Freelancer Alpha 1-1. This is Falkland. You are cleared for launch. Good luck out there. This is our stop.
There we go.
Thanks for your help.
What are you carrying?
Flight 0-0
Nothing.
Falkland. I need to dock. Acknowledged. Your request to dock is granted. Please proceed to dock 2.
Where is the sun? Ah, yes, there is the sun.
All right. This is our stop. Thanks for your help. This is IMG Gold 3-3.
Barossa.
Engaging Outcast Gold 0.
Freighter. And it was carrying Nobium. Okay, we can actually sell that. Now the question is,
Taking on IMG White 15.
do I have access to Omicron Alpha? And can I get to the Viking? And most importantly, does this wreck up here exist? It used to have a silver fire, if I'm not mistaken, in Discovery Freelancer, but I don't know if it's a disco wreck or a vanilla wreck. So I guess one way to find out? Simply as we fly. Okay, Neobium then? It was carrying Neobium, and I got no Neobium. Flashpoint turrets class 7s. Ooh. Thank you for giving me guns that I physically cannot use.
Go to.
Thank you. So yeah, I think the way that I want to talk about my participation with the Outcasts is explaining how I ended up with the Outcasts in the first place, because the more astute of you will remember me saying that my first few months of Disco were spent in New York. Like, not Liberty. Like, New York. I was hesitant to actually set my foot outside the system. And, I don't remember the exact things, but it had to do with Moonbase Alpha Logic. I started flying with him, exploring a little bit. And obviously it involved all of the, trade routes to which I had no interest in, like, at all. But he did pay me for the, quote, escort services, which, as already mentioned before, completely useless to him because I was flying alongside him on a Starflyer, so, if we encountered a pirate, we would both die, usually. But one of the more interesting things about it is that I was starting to try to find a ship that I would buy. And first of all, it was a Guardian. And I got into trouble with that because I was using a mercenary ID. It was basically a copy of a Freelancer ID at the time. And the problem there was that I was flying Liberty Tech. There was, as you understand, this was the cool thing about the old Disco, is that there were no hard-coded reasons not to use some sort of ship. Like, if you could buy it and you can mount it, you can use it. But the controlling factor in this case were the players themselves. And let me just tell you, the Liberty Navy players did not like some random freaking merc using their stuff. So that's what happened over there. So this is full, this is full.
Loaded
Going to
into
buy
cargo
some of those a
hold.
little bit. It's really strange, but... Oh yes, level 14. I hope that this did not just... Ah, no. Okay, I'm actually going to get the next mission from this. I did not meant to do that.
Trent, it took a while, but I finally found what we're looking for. Meet me in the New Tokyo system. It's urgent.
Yeah, we are actually not going to do that. Because I don't want to start the new mission with this ship. I need a better ship. And I'm going to be much more interested in obtaining that first. No, 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 no. Stop. You stop that. I don't want to fly there. And I think it was somewhere here. Okay, so there's Omicron Alpha. That is perfectly fine. And it looks like the bounty hunter NPCs are also fully neutral to me, which is useful, I guess.
Hey, don't fall asleep on me. Out here you'll get us killed.
Okay, so I did level up, so the question here is...
Taking on bounty hunters white 6.
Does this mean that I can get some missions in Falkland now? And if the answer is yes, do I even want to take them from Falkland? Or would I rather chill with the Outcast a little bit? So, my current interest lies in checking out if this wreck exists in this game, or is it a disco wreck? Griffin. There it is. There it is. There's the Griffin. And it had some interesting loot, including a Class 10 gun. Which obviously we can't use. But since the game is so easy, I have half the mind to simply sell the damn thing anyway. So we don't really have to worry about, you know,
Go to
setting up that new shippy of ours. Okay, Dark Blossoms. 2 of them. Class 10s. Now, I have a feeling that these guns sell for very little. I do not remember why. But I have this stupid feeling that these things are completely worthless to sell. So yeah. Okay, so as I already started saying, the whole kerfuffle started off with that, right? And, okay, fair enough. I ended up changing the guns. The problem is, at some point in time I realized that... Oh, no. I'm very sorry. It wasn't the Defender that I got. For some reason, I got the Ajira Bomber. And since I only had enough money for the ship itself, I didn't know at the time that I needed another, like, 7 million credits to grab a Supernova. And, yeah. I ended up using, like, Starkiller torpedoes on it, because in those days you could still do that. Am I remembering it wrong? No, there it is. Yeah, for a moment there I was actually afraid that, oh no, like, the Hispania does not exist in Alpha. Oh, this music is very nostalgic. Guys, I can't explain it. I sat in this system for hours every day. And this system had like 20 to 15 people at all times. It was amazing. I actually loved every moment of it. And the thing is, it was one of 2 hotspots. And there's the Viking. One of the few wrecks in the game that I will always remember by name. Oh, this was amazing. We would have, like, smugglers coming in. Every single one needed to be stopped and checked. They would be asked, like, where are they heading? It's like, hey, like, if we escort you, will you share your profits? It was all that sort of fun. But I think the pinnacle of these memories is always going to be involving the 101st, the Ghost of Razgriz, before Divine decided to, you know, ruin it with its name. And of course the Nomads. The Nomads were an interesting thing because it was my first encounter with players who were by their faction's rules forbidden to speak in any out-of-roleplay way. Like, there was no out-of-roleplay contact. And since their characters also did not exist on the forum, and it was a invite-only faction, it brought a type of mysteriousness that I will never probably find ever again. Well, there we go. There's a Saber, which we cannot use, of course. Because why would we? But the question here is, for how much can I sell these things? So for quite a bit. I don't like codename weapons in general, so I don't really care about selling them. But I really do wish... I mean, at this point, it doesn't really matter. And but at this point, I really wish... Okay, hold on. If I go and raid the Outcast's graveyard and get the Prometheus, I think? I should be able to get the Saber. Guys, Oh, and there's Beta as well. There's Rex and Beta. Okay, so, here's the fun part. I do not know in which episode this was said, but I remember them saying that the the Nomad NPCs are going to tear me apart because they are nowhere near as, as weak as they are in the missions. So, this is going to be interesting. I think I'm going to actually start with Beta. There's the Beta hole. And after that, I'm going to risk the 90 jump hole. If it exists here, I don't know. Oh. Someone just got booped. So yeah. And the thing is, like, you would get Corsair players coming in, because back then it was like Alpha, Theta, and like Alpha, Theta, Gamma, or something stupid. No, Alpha 8. Sorry, Alpha, Eta, Theta, Gamma. Like, it was just two jumps away, and it was so amazing. Like, you would get... It was basically like Connecticut. And the thing is, the battles never happened, almost never happened between the systems. It would always be either a raid on Alpha or a raid on Gamma. And it was fun. Level 18 NPC, what am I doing?
Danger. Radiation damage detected.
Oh no. Mom, come pick me up, I'm scared. There we go, beta. Oh, wow. One of the things they associate with beta, I don't know why, by the way, is me listening to Metallica's Death Magnetic when it was a completely new album, like was completely fresh. And I remember flying around in a pirate train and listening to that. It was cool. So, back when I would play on my Outcast and interact with the Nomads, this is where Nomads would usually sit. They just chill there at the jump hole. That was always an interesting thing. Okay, so there are 2 wrecks in the system that I have interest in. And there is one of them. The Hoshumaru, and then the escorts of the Hoshumaru. And I have a feeling that one of them actually had some sort of cargo as well. So that's going to be interesting. Just like in Disco, one of the easiest ways to get money in Freelancer is just codename hunting. If you know where they are, and especially now that they sell for like millions of credits, it's just so easy to do. Okay, there we go. I got some alien organisms, a bunch of star beams. Excuse me. Okay, escort 1. Okay, the other escort does not exist. And off we go to Ruiz. Let's go. Was this the only one? I think there was another one somewhere here-ish. But I'm not exactly sure. The missions on Ruiz were... Okay, so fun fact. Back in the day, in Disco, you had to have a guard ID in order to get yourself a capital ship. And by capital ship I meant a cruiser and above. Now, the janky part about that is that you had to grind missions. You need about somewhere between 36 and 50 missions to get yourself a guard IFF. And after that, you had to fail missions, like abandon missions, until it swapped the IFFs around. Because at that point you were probably flashing the, you know, the previous IFF that you had. And people would grind missions. And I think that, usually on gunboats, by the way. And one of the ways... Oh, look, Sky Blasts that I will never use. Actually, Sky Blasts are actually pretty good. But they are not the ones that I need right now. Okay, so here's the funny bit.
Repair complete.
Do you think that I can get away with heading out to Sigma? Okay, here's the idea. I'm actually going to go raid the Outcast. Okay, there it is. I had a feeling that there was another, and there it is indeed, Pathfinder. Oh, poor Pathfinder. What's wrong? Did your zipline fail? Hello, friends! I don't remember what the Pathfinder had. What does it say? A bounty... T. Bob Biggs. Bounty Hunters Guild Ace. It's an odd name for a ship name, though. And I am actually going to grab the the Saber instead of the Eagle. I like the Saber more, not gonna lie. Visually. Like, ever since they replaced the Saber... Oh, wildfires. That's what they were. Yeah, ever since they replaced the Saber with that... See, I don't care about the Outcast VHF so much that I don't even remember... Rapier. There we go. For a moment there, I actually forgot what it was called. Woo. And there we go. Now the thing is, that ship cost 500,000 credits, so we are not quite there yet. Which is good. Because we actually need to head on back to Alpha and raid the Outcast's graveyard. Which for some reason I always felt that, like, how do you balance Rex? Like, imagine, if you restart as an Outcast, you have the Rex in Beta, you have the Rex in Alpha, the Viking and the Outcast shipyard, I keep saying shipyard, because I was trying to say that, oh, there's no Valletta because the Outcast didn't have a shipyard, yeah. You have the Rex at the graveyard, and you also had the, what's-his-face, the Griffin in Tau 37. Like, there's so many Rex around you. Just restart as Outcast. When the server restarts on Disco, just grab those and keep farming. Like, what is trading? Ugh. Now, obviously, I'm probably going to die in a moment, because the Nomad NPCs used to hurt me when I had a, you know, a proper ship in Disco. So, I can only imagine how bad it is. Okay, there's the unknown. There's the unknown. And there's the huge amounts of fighters. Okay, this is going to be a little bit painful. Mostly because I have the the fighters selected. And so, if there are some Nomad NPCs around, I'm not gonna see them. Oh! Oh, even better. They're not even being picked up on my scanner. Oh, there we go. Got some rippers, got some worms. Oh dear. Oh yes. Big damages. Oh wow. They barely touched me, and I have no shield. Oh, mommy, help, I'm scared.
Shield failed. Shield restored. Shield failed.
I'll take it. The fact that we didn't die just now is just a testament of how jank this game is. I mean, I already died in such stupid ways, the game probably just doesn't want to, you know, make me suffer too much. Although, honestly, I should probably grab myself some bots and bats and just go back and clear it out. Like, that is just everything that I can do. Ruiz is still here, right? No, not Ruiz, but, whatever this place was called. It was such a remote station, I keep forgetting about it. It had nothing interesting on it. No good missions, no nothing. So what I think is going to happen now is... Ah, screw it. We're reaching our 44 minutes. I'm going to dock on Malta, sell the stuff that I picked up, which I don't think I picked up anything too good. Yeah, just 2 worms. I'm going to see if I can buy that ship. If I can't, I'll figure something out from there. No card of mine, though. If I wanted to get that ship, I would have to take missions from the Outcasts, but it would probably need to be from Cali, because I really don't think that Malta would ever have missions for my current level, and I'm pretty sure that I would just die to these NPCs anyway. Yeah, well, no wonder they insta-killed me, almost. They almost insta-killed me. I had like 3 bars left. Ugh. Things getting extra crispy. And I already forgot what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. This brings back so many memories. Holy shit. Like, I'm sorry for swearing, but I've spent so much time. I spent 2 years of disco just in this system. My main character, Arthur Degar, had like, what it was, like 2,600 in-game hours on it. At that point. So the question is this enough? Could I buy this thing? Yeah, see, you must be level 30 to purchase this, so this was a lost cause in the first place. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. The game bamboozled me.
Repair complete.
I did not actually think that I was locked behind a... Yeah. we could so easily do this right now.
Loaded into cargo hold.
I guess by doing this, I have made sure that I do not have to, at any point in time, wait for the game to give me the next mission, I guess. But, that being said, I'm going to go through the Sigmas. And the reason why I want to go through the Sigmas is because I want to grab the Rex in Sigma 13. We're doing it. Like, if I'm here, I realize I can get a better ship from, like, in this case, like, that sort of ship. I cannot get it right now. But I want to make sure that I have as much money as I can, just out of spite at this point. So, yeah. Back to Sigma 13. I already talked about Sigma 13 in my escapades as a junker. It was mostly NPC piracy, but Sigma 13 in the olden days, in the Niobium diamond run, was just a pure cancerous chaos. You had, let's see, Rainland Lawfuls, Kesari Lawfuls, Bounty Hunters, GMG, freaking Blood Dragons, GC, Outcasts, Corsairs. All of these IDs had this place within their zone of influence, and it was just amazing. Like, it was a pure, just, go there, on any ship, any of those ships, and you would be able to find a fight. Not much roleplay in that, but yeah. If you ever wanted in a sort of in roleplay Connecticut, that was the way to go. Like, that, you just had to go there. So, here's the interesting thing. I could go to Theta and grab those codenames as well. But at the same time, this video is nearing its 15-minute mark, and I kind of want to actually head back to New Tokyo. At least I think it is New Tokyo. Did she say New Tokyo? Oh, Shinagawa. What is that?
Hey, don't fall asleep on me.
Like, is it in Kyushu? I do not know where the Shinagawa is.
Dock.
Current worth 800 to it. Yeah, that's it. We need to hit a 1 million credits. That's it. But it's such a slippery slope. I mean, what happens when I get to the Sigma 19 hole? Like, Sigma 17 is one jump away, and there's that one fighter right next to the Omicron Theta jump hole. Wait, stop. Was this Omicron Theta?
Hey, don't fall asleep on me. Out here you'll get us killed.
Theta. Oh, wait. I'm dumb. I'm actually dumb. I forgot that there's no buffer system. We can just dead-ass go to Theta.
Dock.
Yeah, we're going to approach the Sigmas through Theta. The only thing that I'm not sure of is if I am neutral or hostile to the Corsairs. He says as he prematurely applies countermeasures. Because Corsair weapons hurt ow. Okay, so as I already said, this is going to be a double, a double episode. So we are going to, like, this is fine.
Dock.
Maybe I shouldn't even worry about the episode length.
Weapons are ready. I
Oh,
see
dear.
my target.
Incoming missile.
Pick my target.
No.
Closing in.
Please no.
Weapons are ready. I see my target.
Incoming missile.
Please no.
Visual on the enemy. Target is prime and I'm ready.
I mean, if NPCs currently bump into rocks, I'm probably fine.
Incoming missile.
Because I could just put rocks between myself and them
Missile.
and not care about it. Okay, there we go. So the question is, where was that one wreck? I mean, that is Planet Vespus, and I think it was, in fact, somewhere next to Planet Vespus. Yeah, actually... It's only 10k away. Let's quickly fly around it and check it out. I might be thinking about something completely different. I might be thinking about the wreck in which place used to be the jump hole to Alpha. That's what I might be thinking right now. No, there it is. There's the Fearless. On the opposite side of that thing. There's a Corsair that I really don't want to encounter. Don't worry about it. So, what was that?
Danger. Radiation
Ooh,
damage
artifacts.
detected.
Okay, and now we can go back to the thing. Did I get anything else? No. Okay, so that's completely fine. Mission objective, that's probably Sigma 19, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's either 19 or... No, it's not 17. It's 19. I meant it is not 19, it is 17. There we go. That is what I tried to say. I think I'm not going to be looking at the clock too much. I'm simply going to stop recording once I get to the next mission waypoint. Like, that is where we're going to stop. Right now, getting caught by NPCs in a field like this, not that big of a deal. Like, these flat rocks will allow me to escape regardless. Getting caught in a completely open field, like a completely open area, though, that's probably going to be a death sentence.
Danger. Radiation.
And for some reason, I also thought
detected.
that this place was going to have better, you know, stuff. Do I want to save? I might want to save. Just in case. I mean, the free port is right there. The free port was usually the staging ground for both sides, actually. If it was going to be a gamma ray, this is where all the outcasts would be chilling. And if it was going to be an alpha ray, this is where all the corsairs would be chilling. I don't particularly remember that we ever did preemptive strikes on the staging area, because it wasn't really that fun. And again, this was during the time where if you decided to run during an engagement, you were PvP dead.
Acknowledged.
So
Your
it was a
request to
completely
dock
different
is
type.
granted.
It was a
Proceed
completely
to
different
dock 4.
approach to PvP, basically.
Turning up the heat
Oh
on the
no,
enemy.
am I? Don't do that. And I think I won't be able to buy the Eagle either. Yep. Level 30. Okay, I guess I can just sell all this nonsense. Everything else fine.
Repair complete.
Just some radiation damage and that's it. Probably need to sell this stuff. Simply because I don't want to get caught by NPCs. Nothing here. More advanced pilot, no news. Oh, I don't have news because I have a
Freelancer
mission.
Alpha 1-1. This is 3.9.
That's why I don't have any,
Everything's a go for launch. Good luck out there.
I forgot to buy countermeasures.
This is where we get
That's what I forgot to buy.
This is Bounty
Oh well.
Hunter Yellow 12-12
No worries.
to Freeport 9. I need to dock.
Acknowledged. Your request to dock is granted. Proceed to dock 2.
I realize I spent most of my freelancer time on Disco, but I can tell you right now, boy does it feel strange to run around in a Bretonian heavy fighter.
And ready to engage these guys. Engage.
In Theta.
Danger. Radiation.
Like, I'm not
damage
supposed to
detected.
be here. So there is a...
Just do themselves, you know.
There is a, yeah, Sigma 17, as I said. I kept saying 19, but no, 19 is through the, through beta. So yeah, there is a wreck on the other side, and probably also death on the other side, because, NPCs. So let's hope for the best, and be ready to scream. At least I'm not angry, like, I'm not aggroing the bounty hunters.
Going offensive.
Dock.
Whatever happened to that bounty? Like, the bounty hunters NPCs are just neutral now. But there was no update for it. Unless I was missing...
Freelancer Alpha
Oh
1.
god. Oh god.
Moving to attack target.
Oh god.
I have enemy target in my sights.
Here. The question is... It's over here. There it is. Mongoose.
Incoming missile.
Yes, I know you want me dead, but please feel free to go to the opposite side and play Necrope. Like, actually not interested in you right now. Excuse me? Fucking... Oh, 2 blue blazes. 2 blue ball. Okay, Planet Kirill. Yep.
Incoming missile.
Almost forgot to re-enable my countermeasures, and I would have probably died right now. Everything's fine, everything's fine. So the question is, can I hit... No. I can hit 1 million net worth, probably, with this wreck. Or maybe not. I am going to make a small detour, and I am going to, in fact, grab the Sigma 13 ones as well. And in general, I think that we will have spend our time pretty okay. Like, this video is probably not going to be too interesting for people who just want to play Freelancer, but just like in Disco, just get wrecks, get money. Oh, there's ships here? I don't remember that. Oh, it's a Falcon that I needed, like, level 24 to actually purchase. And look at me, just selling off these class 10s. Good. Let's actually buy these this time. Let's do the good. And
Repair
anything else.
complete.
And everything's fine over here. Oh, there are some rumors here. Okay, what is our net worth? Almost 1 million credits. There is a connection between the cardamine and the alien organisms used to fish farm and terraforming. If Cryer could figure out the link, then we could come closer to synthesizing our own cardamine. So far we haven't had any luck, but Cryer is patient and persistent. Yeah, tell that to the devs. The facility here in Kirill supplies Junio with the alien organisms it needs to feed fish in its farms. The flight is not an easy one, but if you were to haul a load, I'm sure it would be worth your while. Okay, sir. That sounds like work. Oh no. It's the bastards. Let's follow these buoys. Oh, there's another one? Robert Fitzgerald. What is this? The wreck of a Cryer fighter that was attacked by Outcast by some weeks ago was hauling alien organisms to Atka. I know where Atka is. Yeah, how about you don't do that? How does that sound? Ah, yes. Welcome to the signals. Had to actually use some BBs over there. Holy hell. 20 organisms. Yes. Big research. Like, tons of research, dude. Like, every single research there is. Right there. Yeah, I don't remember where the jump hole is. I think it was in the field. Like, I'm looking for the 1 to 13. There's a couple of patrols. No friendly patrols at all. Alright then. Oof. Oh wow, I am too tough right now, apparently. Ah yes, Stronks. So my question is... Okay, there's the 19 jump hole, and there's Atka, there we go. Let's dock and save here.
Taking out Outcast Black 1.
Dock.
Do you want to do that, though? What is Atka researching? Oh. So I got your alien organisms. Okay, 2 rumors. Carrera established this base here in Segment 17 because of its close proximity to planet Kirill and the alien organisms found there, which is the subject of our research. We know that there is a link between the alien organisms and cardamine because they both affect RNA and DNA molecules in the same way. What? Wait, this guy had... Ah, yes, of course. Why would it be different? Anything interesting here? Probably not. Let's just restock up on these. And a little bit of these. And let's go on our way!
Freelancer Alpha 1-1. This is
Oh dear.
You are cleared for launch.
Help!
Good luck
Pick,
out there.
yep.
Range, webs are hot.
Oh. Well, apparently I'm not involved in this kerfuffle.
I've got one.
Let me just ram the station real quick on my out.
Is destroyed.
Oh, there it is. Sigma light. There we go. There we go.
My target.
Now, we just need to grab those wrecks. And I'm gonna start off with the ones closer to Rhineland. Because there's the Junker station there, and we can just instantly dock and sell them off.
I'm no match for them right now.
Like, effort. This has just been a long ass.
Dock in use.
And now I die.
Queue.
Dock faster.
Dock.
That was actually terrifying for a moment. Like, having to fly in circles around these things are just not fun. Oh, and now we fall. Ah.
I've got a visual.
Ah.
Lining him up.
Ah. Can you...
Shield failed.
Actually gonna frickin' die in a moment.
Incoming missile. Shield failed.
Actually gonna die.
Shield restored. All
Okay, let's try that again.
warning. Sensor efficiency reduced.
We're headed to the Sigma 17 system.
Oh.
Incoming missile. Incoming.
Apparently it
missile.
quick saves. I thought it only quick saves if I dock on a station, but apparently... Ooh, okay, I
Danger.
see why.
Volatile gases detected.
Never frickin' mind, I forgot about this.
Clear. No more hostiles.
Wait, does these hurt? Yes, yes, well, slightly. But yeah, we are going over there first. Yeah, Sigma 13. This place, as already said, used to be just chaos. It was amazing. Just like with Henderson, whenever someone mentions GMG, I'm always going to remember meth. Although for a different reason, I guess. Meth was kind of strange in the sense that whenever I saw some sort of GMG trader, I was almost fully 100% sure that it was always meth, because who the hell trades in a GMG ship? And he would run the slaves from Liberty. Oh, this is... Oh, this was when we still had the freaking field around the station. Oh, baby. That is actually fantastic. I forgot that we used to have this freaking field here. So, there are 2 wrecks right here in this field next to the Outcast, to the Junker station. We are going to grab those first.
Scanning. Cargo.
Ooh. ALG doesn't like me, looks like. Okay then. Keep your secrets.
Incoming support craft radar. This is Helgoland. We
And I think one was inside that bubble. And another one was outside of it, but I don't remember where. It's been so long since I cared about these things. Okay, there's one. Old Imperial Navy fighter. There we go. That is the first one. The second one is on the other side of the station somewhere.
Detected.
Oh, wait. Yanagi is hostile to me? Why, though? Oh, there we go. Double Jades. Okay, let's take a look over here. And the other side was over there. Junkers. Well, I guess I don't really care about Junkers. Again, two guns. What are you going to do? Oh, there's the second one. Unknown object. Ah, yes. This was... Guys, if you don't know, this is where the Wild used to be. The Wild NPCs were probably the most asshole-ish things that the Disco devs have ever put into a game. Like, it was legitimately terrifying. These things could take out a battleship if they spawned enough. And I think what I'm going to do is just desecrate this graveyard. That sounds like a good idea. Look at this. Diamondbacks, Jades. 2 Onyxes. There we go. And there's a couple of more here somewhere. There's a field here somewhere. That's the only issue with this place. In the sense that there's, you know, a minefield. Or not a minefield, just pockets of gas. And it might be a little bit challenging if you used to do this in a Starflyer. Because Big Ow. But I guess these days it's not really that big of a deal.
Danger.
Like, okay, I'm
Volatile gases detected.
getting some damage here. There we go, 1. Okay, let's stop a little bit. Oh, that's a lot of them. Oh, I cannot strafe down. Oof. The others were here, I think. Nope. There we go.
Tractor.
More of them. Nope. Nope.
Tractor. Failure.
Drone mines.
Tractor. Failure. Tractor. Failure.
Yes, yes, you are. You probably need to not be here. There's... Oh, this one? Nope. Where is it? Okay, that was it, I think. Okay! We got what we needed. And now... we're gonna sell it off. Because that's what smart people do. Up until recently, doing this in Disco was pretty worthless because all of the codenames were actually more you know, more valuable if you sell them to people like Cody, back when he was doing his things, you know, his thing. Oh, I remember New York. It was terrible. Back when there was no such thing as local chat, New York was basically a trade hub. Like, constant spam of messages of people trying to sell their crap. And the thing is, people did buy a lot.
Acknowledged. Your request to
Mostly
dock is granted.
because,
Please proceed
as
to
already
dock
said,
2.
you needed guard reputation to get class 9 guns, as well as stuff like the, you know, the good shields, the good armor upgrades, snack launchers for your bombers, nuclear mines, enhanced thrusters. Ooh. Those were the days. Ah, yes. Let me just... yes. Let me just... This is fine. Ah. You hear that? That is the sound of the game breaking. Too bad I can't really spend anything.
Loaded into
Nothing
cargo
to spend it on. But there you go. Okay, ladies and gents, I think that this is enough.
Freelancer Alpha 1 dash.
Time to take a
This is
stop.
Spider. Everything's go for launch. Good luck out there.
Time to take a stop at the closest, at the closest, naval battleship. See what kind of heavy fighter it sells. Grab that.
I need to dock.
And boom. I don't remember if by chance the next episode, like the next mission, actually offers us the ability to buy the Hagosha fighter. Or did it not exist yet? I do not actually remember.
Trade lane sequence.
Small reminder, if you F4 on an NPC that is going through the gate while taking a cruise, then you're going to come out the other side and cruise. Like, aha.
I have enemy target in my sights.
Here we are in Honshu. I think we literally just went around to the other side. And I'm trying to remember, like, did any of these stations actually sell any ships that are important to us? And I'm not gonna lie, as we're nearing our 1 hour 17-minute mark, sorry, 18-minute mark,
Kesari police.
I'm just sitting here, what will happen if the PC is going to crash or something? Like, Shadowplay does not like it doesn't save the goddamn file unless it's saved properly. Unless I stop the recording. So if the PC is going to crash, or the game is, like, maybe if my power fluctuates. Sorry. If my power fluctuates or something. Like, this is... this is almost like... Big sads.
This is Osaka to Kesari freighter convoy. Please submit your designation.
This is GMG.
So,
Potato State.
Acknowledged.
Does
Your
Osaka-
request to dock is granted. Please proceed to dock 8. 6. Where are you heading?
No, Osaka does not.
Freelancer
I'm looking for a
Alpha
ship.
1
Any ship.
dash
Give me a
1.
ship.
This is
Come on.
Osaka.
Okay,
You are
don't be
cleared for
stingy. I only
launch.
have like
Good journey.
1.3 million credits in my cargo hold. Ah, that's Mom, help! I'm scared. Red.
Uh-oh, I picked up a
Oh,
joker.
little time. Never mind. Never mind.
Dock.
Looks like I've got some company.
Everything is fine. So. Okay, this is strange. I thought it would have given me a new neural net entry that Junie called. But apparently not. But apparently no. What a trip. At least you will never need to wait
Dock.
for me to, you know, grind through the missions for the next ship, I guess. So, that's something, I guess. I mean, at least I died only like once, and that was on the way back.
This bandit's trying to get me unlocked.
Why are you doing this to me? Would you like to consider stop doing that?
Dock.
Can you become a no? Oh, I see. This is where we have to go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. What's going to happen now is I am going to not dock here. Actually, I'm going to dock here.
Dock.
Acknowledged. Your request to dock is granted. Proceed to dock 1.
I need a better ship for this. Like, I actually need a better ship for this. Voo lad. This has been an journey. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop here. I'm not going to go to the bar just yet. For those of you who have decided to skip to the end of the video, what happened is very simple. I undocked from the previous planet in Kyushu, did 2 missions to get some sort of money, and then I went to Tau 23, visited the Outcasts, visited the everything else, started grabbing the wrecks, starting from the Griffin in Tau 37. And after that started, it was very hard to stop, so I also grabbed the Viking in Omicron Alpha, raided the Outcast graveyard, grabbed the Honshimaru from the Beta, the Pathfinder from Beta, went all the way to Theta, then to Sigma 17, grabbed that wreck over there, went to the Sigma 13, and now I have 1.3 million credits burning a hole in my pocket, which I cannot even spend because, hey, guess what? Apparently I cannot buy a Saber or Eagle because I'm not level 30. So, this is your double episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Long.